Hey everyone, I am Sister Lily from Rock and Armory. So, since I am currently on holidays at the moment, I figured I'd do a mini holiday hobby vlog thing. So, this is going to be similar to the one at the end of the last video, but I suspect most of you won't have seen that. So, or watched that far through the video. I'm realistic about my views. I know that people don't watch to the end of the video most of the time, so I could probably be a lot more silly at the end of videos. So yeah, basically back in 2020 I got the Imperial half of Indomitus and put it aside to work on it later. And it stayed aside. And then came the situation that I'm in now, where I am on a medically required holiday of sorts, so it came out of storage because it was the first thing I could think of that was in storage, that was easy enough to access and get out without having to uproot everything. Oh well. So here's how things are going. Now my plan is to do a whole lot more do a bit more on these bases before I consider them ready for priming. But yeah, I'm experimenting with cork for the first time. Now I'm aware some of these models are on the wrong bases. That's probably on me for not checking it out sooner. And contacting my friend who I got Indomitus off when she was in New Zealand. Yes, there was plenty of stock of it in New Zealand, and buying the third of it that I wanted, which was the Imperial size models, was a lot cheaper than buying the box here in Australia, which is weird. Yeah, so 20 assault intercestors. Yes, the camera's picking it up. Good. I'm glad my phone camera is actually picking things up. I just can't see part of the footage for the bracket. Now I'm just going to hold him because he's not actually bolted in there yet. So, out of these guys, the one that I really like is him because of his head. And look at it. How cool is that? If I'd have noticed sooner, I wouldn't have used it on the model. But yeah, we've also got a chaplain that I'm turning into a librarian because I already have a chaplain. I built one back in 2019 using an apothecary and bits from the chaplain. So yeah, we have a captain that I've scrubbed the details off his shield because I'm going to, assuming I don't lose him, because I'm going to make his shield into something a bit more Bloodraven specific. I realise I think it's a relic storm shield or something with the skeleton on it and stuff, may have rules specific to that, but I'm going to set it up to be a Bloodraven one. Now, I modified him to have an Absolver bolt pistol after I had one free from building the chaplain. I haven't really done anything on him, but he looks nice. We've got just generic blade guard. The thought of blade guard as generic is hilarious, but there's so many of them amongst Space Marine players these days, and there's going to be more of them when I get around to getting stuff from where I was previously, because I have a whole project to convert them. So yeah, now I don't feel up for doing a review of this stuff. Things aren't finished, things aren't painted. I'm not going to do an actual proper review video. At the same time, the big art print that came with Indomitus is actually pretty nice. There's various Blood Angels characters. See a Thunderhawk in the background, and yeah, ended up with 3 of those. I'm not sure if that's normal, but yeah. In terms of scale, here's how the Eradicators scale with the Terminator. Yeah, Terminators are not as big as they should be. Rumor has it we're getting new ones. It's going to make things annoying for me because I'm conversion building a whole set of squad of Blood Angels Terminators, not Assault Terminators, but normal Terminators. Because I'm going to do something Devastation of Baal related at some point. Here's how Blade Guard compares to the Terminator. Here's how the Captain compares. I'm just going to put him up a bit so that their feet are at the same height. Here's how a new marine bike compares. Chunky. Also, bugger all suspension, but when was that ever a problem for Marines, looking at, you know, their normal bikes? But yes, this is kind of where things are at. I'm going to be taking things slower and focusing, and given I'm recovering at the moment, I'm going to focus more on building things I want to build rather than focusing solely on YouTube, on building things for YouTube. Many of those things will appear in YouTube videos, but they won't be dedicated reviews. Most of the time. Does have review stuff. Does have things for review, but that will happen later. Yeah, now these guys might appear at the end of the next one of these hobby logs with me having shared work on their bases, but at the same time I need to actually get by House of War when they're open and get some more 40mm bases for these because, yeah, they're too small. That and get some milliputs so that I can actually do interesting things on the characters' bases, because I like doing my Blood Raven bases to look like the models are on Cyrene, and actually have cracked lava and stuff on the character bases. Not so much on the regular infantry. I'm fine with them looking like they're on cratered ruin worlds, but yeah, I also have to get my paints out of from where I was previously, so yeah. Anyway, enough of me bemoaning my current situation. Here's what I've been working on, and I will share more in future. But yeah, I spent most of January in the hospital. Yeah, that wasn't good. But yeah, anyway, since the pump's starting up, I'm going to end the video here. Catch you around, folks. Bye.